Thanks very much. Welcome to Good News Week, and the big news. According to figures released by the insurance company Amy, Aussie road rage is at an all-time high, with acts of revenge becoming more and more popular. 1 in 7 drivers said they'd actually been forced off the road, although that was mostly due to petrol prices. 68% said they'd been tailgated, and 32% said they'd been followed. Which means 36% were tailgated without being followed. Or drunk and still in park. 83% said they'd been the victim of a rude gesture. But context is everything. We can't always be sure what a gesture is supposed to mean. For example, how does a driver know whether flashing a brown eye constitutes an insult, a prank, or warning of a pothole ahead? The good news is there are ways to deal with your anger. You can slowly count to 10, or think of something peaceful like a calm lake full of fish nibbling at the rotting floating corpse of the driver in front of you. What's going on in this country? Life-saving clubs in Queensland are trying to attract more young people, so they're now offering board shorts as an alternative to budgie smugglers. What's going on in this country? The trouble with budgie smugglers is they're just too small to fit in many budgies. If you're a dedicated black market purveyor of bird life, the only way to do it properly in Speedos is to actually shove them up your date. Which drastically lowers the quality of the plumage. The 2008 Happiness Index has been released, and according to the figures, the activity that makes Australian men and women most happy is nothing. No wonder we're leading the world in obesity. For 60% of men, it's doing nothing, and for 48%, it's having sex. More and more blokes are going out on dates, then slipping Rohypnol into their own drinks. So men like to surf the net and bonk, and women prefer sit-down meals and playing with pets. A top night for everyone involves a webcam and enough whipped cream to make your penis look like a poodle. And that's the good news.
It's Good News Week. Someone dropped a bomb somewhere, contaminating atmosphere, blackening the sky. It's Good News Week. Someone found a way to give the running dead a will to live, go on and never die. It's Good News Week.
Thank you. Good evening. Tonight, you wanted the best and you got us. The ultimate fighter, Mikey Robbins. One of the stars of Network 10's new hit cop show, Rush, the high voltage Nicole de Silva. And the greatest British comedian currently in the studio. Backed by popular demand, Stephen K Amos. And they're picking the fleas off the fluffy puppy, Claire Hooper. Opening at the Athenaeum in Melbourne this week with Walking Down the Street, the brilliant Barron. And the elegant First Lady of Australian comedy, Corinne Grant. To get the blood pumping, what's the story? Mikey, Nicole, Stephen.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah?
There he is.
Yes. Nice man.
Barrack.
There's
The nemesis.
There's the corpse with muscle tone.
Oh, there's the crutch.
What's it about? Tell us the story. What's the story? Tell us now.
Apparently Captain America's now going to run as an independent.
Or they're starting a boy band, I think. All of them together.
Oh, that's a boy band I'd watch. Yeah, of course. Can you imagine McCain in the background? Drops dead. It's obviously something to do with America and the elections, right?
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Both gentlemen have released autobiographies. And seeing as Americans can't read, They've now re-released, this is serious, both, and be afraid, both autobiographies in comic book form. Which means there's a fair chance that 1/3 of Americans will vote for Donald Duck.
Is that serious? Is a comic thing?
The reason they had to do that, Stephen, was 'cause they needed to put out a biography of John McCain that Sarah Palin could read.
But I don't think America's quite yet ready to have a black man in the White House. And I think it stems from what you were saying, Mikey.
Yeah.
You know that bit of America, that bit down there?
Bing, 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 squeal!
I think it might be called, "What you doing here, boy? There's no work for you." Can you imagine them getting to the polling stations? They'll be like, "Obama? Obama? Ain't that the guy we're looking for?" But then it might be a big con. It might be a big con, right? Because at the moment, America is hated around the world. Yeah, we'll agree on that. The financial crisis, whatever, la-di-da. So what better time to put a black man in the White House?
Play with their minds.
Play with their minds.
Yeah.
When have you ever seen a black man portraying the President of the United States in film or TV, whatever?
Denzel Washington, didn't he?
24, yeah, but that was for 24 hours.
I have said
Yeah. He was more of a temp.
Well, thanks, Stephen K. That's all we've got time for tonight. Join us next week. I'm going to give them 10 points, ladies and gentlemen. Ask them to shut up. The life stories of presidential candidates John McCain and Barack Obama have been released in comic book form, so now Bush knows what's going on. The bad news is both comics are facing threats of legal action. Lawyers claim Obama's "Yes, we can" chant is trademarked by Bob the Builder, while... But wait, there's more. While the McCain story is just a half-assed reworking of Mr. Magoo. Claire, Carl, Corinne.
Yes.
Jump to it.
Right.
Jump to it.
Right.
Darwin Lord Mayor. Nice.
Something's wrong with the sound.
And a guy with a really big turtleneck. Why would you wear a turtleneck that thick in Darwin?
Because if you're going to eat audacious foods, you need to look arty.
Audacious food.
Yes, which is what this story is about. That particular gentleman with the show Bizarre Foods was in Darwin and ate some cane toad.
Cane toads, yeah.
Yeah.
The flat ones on the ground, they're like... No, I don't know if you ate one, but they're like, if you eat them, they'd be like the puppet arm of...
Of the cane toad one.
Yeah, if you drive over
skin
them...
on? Are they eating them skin on?
Well, yeah, because they said that they tasted like chicken, but I reckon with the hallucinogenic skin, you know, it tastes like chicken, tastes like...
But
Colours.
Tastes like a school bus. Yeah.
Tastes like unicorn on a rainbow.
Oh, here he goes.
It's wild.
I just want to get involved. I have no idea
Wrap
of this
it up,
food
mate, wrap
stuff
it
you're
up.
talking about. What is
Well,
it?
see, it's not a food stuff. They're dirty frogs. We don't eat them.
That's amphibians, not French people.
Yeah, it's an amazing story, but weren't they brought into... they were brought in to stop a plague of...
Beetles.
Of beetles.
In 1964, they came out here and toured.
Yeah.
The cane beetle, and then they introduced them. And
Yeah.
then
If they eat it.
What do
Yeah.
you mean they were introduced? Come over here. This is Australia. Make what you will. Go on. Beware, the locals may eat you.
No, run over. That's the sport. You know, basically there are plague proportions. So it's totally, you know, even if you're an animal lover, it's still awesomely cool to run over as many of them as you can in your car, which is great because it actually turns them into waffles and they hold the sauce better.
Cane toad salt. You know, if you make chicken salt, you can make cane toad salt. My question is, at the chicken farm, and would be the same thing at the cane toad farm, is who at the chicken farm or the cane toad farm decides which chickens become chicken salt and which ones become normal chickens? Is it the dickhead chickens?
You've given us something to think about.
So is that
The big questions.
Now, you've been licking those toads, haven't you?
I'm going to give them 10 points, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to end it. On a recent trip to the top end, a visiting American TV show called Bizarre Foods got stuck into some cane toad. A chef prepared toad legs in garlic and white wine and deep-fried them with sweet chilli sauce. And apparently, after all the gagging and hallucinating, they were quite nice. Very toady. The chef came up with a few dishes, including pork stuffed with toad meat. He calls it the Muppet Special. So after one wet and wild round of Good News Week, the Robbins team are on 10 points. Hooper team, 10 points. Up next, Greenup Corners. During the break, as John McCain smeared himself, both teams were given 3 clues to a recent strange but true story. Robbins, De Silva and Amos have nasal spray.
Oh, I'm glad. Okay. I'm so glad it only goes up the nose.
Oh, really? Was that where we meant to put it?
Oh.
Let's try and lift our game, please. We also have a brain.
Dinner? Anyone? There it is. Smells good.
Actually, Malcolm Turnbull wants that back later.
And this.
Let's get down tonight. Oh, baby, I need some loving. And when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. Sexual healing is good for me.
I have to ask, where did we rent that from?
There isn't a desk here.
I must say, I like what you've done with it. And Hooper, Barron and Grant got block out.
I already drew on myself. I can't help it, I'm such a patriot.
Then why have you written the word no on your arm?
I did, I wrote no. It was meant to be Oz.
Oh!
Oh, no, you know what it is? It's great, though, because if it's like, if you're not interested, but if you like him, it's on. Oh. All right.
We also have a battery. Oh.
It just makes you want to stick them on something rude, doesn't it? I'm not going to. Why was that women going on?
And finally, this.
Oh, guitar.
Yeah, it's a guitar. Well done. I made it through the wilderness. I was sad. I was sad and blue, but you make me feel. Yeah, you make me feel all shiny and new, like a virgin.
I like the innocent, folksy charm of that without the flashing lights and, the smoke.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, beautiful
Appreciate that.
contrast.
And it was short.
Yeah, well, you know. Well, takes one to know one. Yeah. Does it hurt you now?
No, it's fine, it's fine.
I'm looking forward to hearing all that again a bit later on in the show. This is the worldwide news game we call 3.5 Corners. Mikey, ready to take a spin?
Yeah.
In India, several people have disappeared after swimming in a river near the Nepalese border. What's thought to be responsible?
A giant mutant catfish.
Yes, called?
A goonie, Garni or something like that? Ganush, Ganu.
I'm going to have to give it to you. A gooch.
A gooch. David Gooch, the cricketer.
Reincarnation, yeah?
Thanks for that laugh, obscure cricket fan.
In Queensland, 2 men were caught after they broke into a newsagent's. They'd had a feast of stolen food, then fell asleep on the roof. What did they eat?
Well, they had most of the stuff that you would have expected. I remember chips and chockies. But what sort of perplexed the shop owners was they got stuck into the schmackos.
The schmackos.
Excuse me, what's a smacko?
If you've been baddo, you get it across the bummo. Actually,
Schmacko is a doggy treat.
A doggy treat, yeah.
A doggy treat.
Yeah.
Were these feral
A
people?
chewy doggy biscuit.
Were these feral people rolling down from the hills?
Yes.
Bogans, you call them, right? Bogans.
The previous one was the gooch.
Good.
Oh, right.
I used to eat dog food as a child.
And you will again as an old person when there's no super.
That's right.
That's why your hair's so shiny. also, too, around your house, do you get in trouble for dragging your bum across the carpet?
Let's move on. In Britain, MI6 is trying a new way to recruit spies.
Yeah.
What is it?
The toilets at Oxford University. Oh, no,
I've done that before.
They're going on a Facebook, believe it or not.
Spies on Facebook.
So, yeah.
Fantastic.
There you go.
He's got it, ladies and gentlemen. 10 points to Mikey. The British Secret Service is trying to find its next generation of spies on book, Facebook. Applicants must be motivated, high-calibre people with a strong political curiosity, impressive intellect and an international perspective. Oh, yeah, buckets of them on Facebook.
I like ponies.
The main problem with recruiting Facebookers as spies is they keep writing personal updates like, is currently lurking outside the Iranian embassy dressed as a camel, lol. Ready to sit in the 3.5 corners, Claire?
Yes, I am.
In Japan, a 36-year-old woman who still lives at home went looking for a hitman on the internet. Why?
It's very nerdy. Anime.
Yes, you're on the right track. Come on!
Comic books.
Yes.
Yeah, comic books.
Yes.
And it's just that she wanted to kill her parents because they wanted her to clear the room full of comic books.
Thank you very much. She does have it, ladies and gentlemen. She still lives at home, though. She's 36 and still lives at home.
Probably eats dog
You'd
food.
be so...
In South Africa, a man has broken the world record for doing what with deadly snakes?
Is George Michael involved?
Can you get it? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? What did he do, the snake man?
He got in a cage with a whole bunch of them and lived with them peacefully.
He's got it. Lived with them for 113 days in a glass enclosure. Dirty snake.
Why 113 days? Why on the 113th day did you just go, this is a bit silly?
I believe the previous Guinness Book record was 112. In Australia, as the dollar plummets and the stock market crashes, banks are being criticised for doing what?
I was going to say, so not passing on the interest, but they're loaning money to people who shouldn't actually have an appropriate credit
For
rating.
putting
Is
the
that...
pens on too short of strings.
Oh, no.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I read the financial pages.
Loaning money to people who should not be loaned
Have
money
no
to.
credit. She has it, ladies and gentlemen.
And not passing on the interest. Correction.
The global economy is in the toilet. The personal debt of the American people is $41 trillion. And what are Australian banks doing? Sending junk mail to pensioners. Oh. Refugees and non-English speakers offering bigger and better levels of credit. If you turn them down, they send you another letter that says, buck, 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 buck. I can get more out of this. Plasma TV, $4,000. New car, $20,000. Leaving the bank with your kneecaps intact, priceless. Robbins is now on 20 points. Hooper's 18 points after the break. Blow up your pants. And now, blow up your pants. Nicole, would you please enter the soundproof booth?
I'd love to.
Nicole de Silva. Into the booth.
Hello.
There's no one in there. Look at it. What do we get?
Mine? Good.
What is it, deep? Invisible man's going to be hiding in there. H.G. Wells has done a treat. Oh, well.
I feel like I'm in a fish tank. Awesome.
Start it up. I've got to throw this in. Start up. Grab a ladder. Let's see.
Hey, this is fraught with danger.
Have we questions for the letter C? Thank you. You ready for this?
As I'll ever be.
Okay.
Let's do it.
It's only a little bit of power, but I love it. Describe yourself in 5 words.
A crappy cook. Catholic sort of. Creative and couscous loving.
No!
Yeah.
If you weren't an actor, what would you be?
A Caspian princess.
What do you like when you're drunk? Maybe you already know.
Comatose?
Sorry? What floats your boat?
Condoms. My mum will be so proud right now.
Let's give you another one of those.
Okay,
How about we
good.
try that again?
Yeah.
Don't say cock.
Or cock-filled condoms would be one to avoid too. What floats your boat?
Crack floats my boat.
A bit of an Amy Winehouse sort of answer.
My kind of girl.
Any C words, team?
Yeah, condoms and crack. Bring it on, sister.
This is going so
I'm going to give
well.
you one last chance at this, but it has been going pretty rapidly downhill since we started. Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Hey, what floats your boat?
Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you please thank Nicole de Silva? Successfully negotiated the troubled waters. Carl Barron, the booth needs you.
I don't have to act, do I?
No, just be yourself.
You can't be yourself on TV.
You can't, can you?
No.
No.
You should see him when he's not on TV. He's totally different.
I'm much bigger. And I walk like this. Come on, start it up.
Oh, it's a bit gusty in here.
We got any L questions there? Thank you.
Love you. Is that counted?
Yeah. I don't think I've seen anyone more relaxed in the booth.
It's like a gay version of Midnight Express.
Something you like to say to women?
Lovely to meet you, Laura. Let's go over on the lounge and lay down. Is it one L? Just one L. Alliteration?
That was lovely. I liked it.
Right, lovely.
Gorgeous.
Nice
Yeah,
work.
yeah, keep going.
Oh.
Crank them out. Say something in French.
Ooh la la. Je me laisserai ne confisar dessiner sur trou. Which means a mouse lives in more than one hole. It sounds disgusting, but it's not.
No.
Everyone thinks it's disgusting.
Sounded beautiful.
Who's playing that organ over there? Talking there, Ken. Anyway.
If you weren't a comedian, what would you be?
A London Bobby, all right. Ed big torture. Does that sound pretty authentic, Stephen? I'd like to be a London bobby and sail to the Caspian Sea on a conjon boat. And eat some couscous, all right?
No, it doesn't.
It's good, you know it is.
What's the best place to kiss someone?
Loitering outside the ladies. You know, oh, how was it in there?
Ladies and gentlemen, Carl Barron. According to style makers in the UK, the air kiss is out and the lip-to-lip kiss is the new social handshake. For good friends, you can slip in the tongue. For really good friends, try the dry hump butt squeeze nipple tweak combo. But them on 30 points at the moment, them on 28 points. Coming up, cute animal stories. This is the game called Animal Magnetism. Stephen, you have eels.
I personally don't have eels, but...
Sheep.
Sheep.
And dolphins. Eels, sheep and dolphins.
Okay.
And somehow they go together with gas masks.
Ooh, it's a bit harsh.
Weight loss. And Leonardo da Vinci.
How's that mo?
The eel thing, it's not a great delicacy. I mean, no one would eat eels if you've got a little bit of money because we're not at war. Unless, of course, maybe lived in Claire's house. There was dog food.
I love eel.
Do you?
I love eel, yeah. It's
Smoked eel. Do
Tastes
you eat
like
it smoked?
chicken.
Oh, yeah, they're really hard to light, but they're good.
You know, if you skin an eel, it all comes off in one go. You just hook the skin and you just...
What? Why are you a hillbilly?
I wouldn't eat an eel, but I would skin one because it's fun.
OK, it's getting interesting.
Yeah, well, I would match the eels with the gas mask because what people do in England, anyway, these East End guys, they sell eels and people buy them out the back of vans. The back of a van. And I've walked past an eel van and it stinks. It stinks. So you need to have a gas mask.
I'm going to disagree with you there,
Yeah,
mate.
I'd put it with the sheep.
I'd put it with the sheep.
Why?
Because they're using little gas masks on sheep to measure the methane that comes out when they burp, because they're sick and tired of sniffing their asses.
No.
No, it's just the scientists.
Oh, just now you say it's scientific, that adds a different tilt to it, because I had visions of farmers all around Australia with miniature gas masks running after sheep. There's yours. I'm going to go with you on that one then.
And what about dolphins?
Well, I know that one. The dolphin. We all love a dolphin. Yeah, dolphin. Oh, strokey, strokey. Hilarious. Have you seen it smoke? It's brilliant. There is a kind of water world type theme park in Japan, and apparently they're quite concerned because all the dolphins are overweight and they can't do all the funny tricks that they've been trained to do. Yeah, how cruel is that? Let them swim and eat as much as they like. So that's got to be linked to the swimming one.
And so eels and Da Vinci linked in some way we don't know.
Oh. Was that a staple diet when he was around? Eels?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, am I... What?
Yes, you're right on the right track.
Come on, help me! Don't look at me!
Apparently Da Vinci ate nothing but eels.
I'm going to give it to them, ladies and gentlemen. The stories were, according to an art expert, Da Vinci's painting of the Last Supper shows Jesus and the disciples feasting on eel with orange slices, a particular delicacy in Da Vinci's day. Australian researchers have decided against fitting sheep with scientific underwear and will measure their emissions with belch-collecting gas masks. And dolphins at a Japanese marine park are on a diet after developing potbellies and putting on second-rate aquatic performances. If you're a dolphin in Japan, the last thing you want to look is plump, juicy and potentially delicious. I mean, according to Japanese scientific findings, once a dolphin reaches a certain weight, it officially becomes a whale and all bets are off. Corinne, for you, we have a terrier called Jake.
Oh, little fella. Oh, he eats the same food as Claire.
Macaque monkeys.
Macaque
Oh,
monkeys.
little fellas.
Ugh, I don't like monkeys.
And penguins.
Little dirty root
Yeah,
rats.
little sluts.
Hey, look at that. That's an orgy waiting to happen.
Can you find the links with sake? The Love Boat and a shark.
Oh, that's nice.
I know one of these. Jake, a little terrier.
Yeah.
Jake, the little terrier. He lives in Florida.
Yes.
And with owners, like he doesn't have a condo to himself or anything. And he was down at the beach, and a shark went and ate him. But that's got a happy ending because his owner jumped into the water and punched the shark until Jake popped out again. And Jake said thank you by taking a dump in the car on the way home.
Sweet.
The other one that I know is that penguins... Now, this has got something to do with climate change, apparently. The currents are doing different things to what the currents used to do because currents work on cold and hot, and so they're doing the wrong thing. And the penguins went and went off track. So what they did was they put them on a ship and took them to where they were supposed to be. Some of them they actually put on aeroplanes, but then the smarter penguins went, whoa, Qantas, I'll take the bike, thanks. I'm taking a stab at the monkeys.
Go on.
And saying that monkeys...
Bad choice of words.
I'm going to say that monkeys are working as topless barmaids in a sake house.
It's true.
That's true.
It's true! I thought that was just a joke.
Well, actually, no, they're fully clothed.
No. Topless is their default setting, isn't it? Monkeys.
It is their default setting.
They've got tiny jackets and they'll bring you beer and sake.
No, really?
Wouldn't that be just... You're pissed and a monkey serving you. Can life get any better?
They do have all the stories, ladies and gentlemen. MCAT and right. 15 points. The stories were... While Jake, the terrier, was going for his daily swim at a beach in Florida, he was grabbed by a shark. His owner dived in and bashed the shark until it let Jake go. Good on you. Traditional sake house in Tokyo is employing a pair of macaque monkeys as waiters. And after being washed off course in South America, a bunch of very tired penguins were taken home by plane and cruise ship. Now, getting blown off course as penguins happens more often than you'd think. The penguins were following Barry and went 3,000 kilometres off course before realising they all looked like Barry. 399 penguins came ashore in Brazil, but the locals were keen to help. Many had their photographs taken with the stranded birds, and it's not often you see a picture of a penguin with a Brazilian. The scores now. That lot on 45 points, that lot 43 points. Strange but True is next. This is the beast called Strange But True. Mikey, Nicole, Stephen, you had the nasal spray.
Which now thinking looks remarkably like a penguin.
Yes, remarkably. We also have the brain.
A brain.
Ooh, looks like a penguin.
Oh, it's uncanny. Well, I used to think they all look so similar, but those two are moderately different.
Okay, so maybe it doesn't look like a penguin.
Do you think an Eskimo has picked one of those penguins up and gone...
It would be difficult because penguins live in the southern hemisphere. Ka-ching, he shoots.
But as we've now been told, they can travel by plane.
I'm a bit frightened of the last penguin, but let's do it. And this. It's uncanny.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's make love tonight. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. 'Cause you do it right. Baby, I'm hot just like an oven. I need penguin loving. When I get this feeling, I need sexual healing. Sexual healing, my penguin. Makes me feel so fine. Helps to relieve all of me.
Strange but true, how are these objects, these three penguins? How are these three penguins linked?
Actually, my first thought when I came across this is because we've heard all the ads for the nasal delivery spray that gives men erections, apparently.
Their own, one presumes, yeah.
Oh, is that how it works?
Look what's come in the mail. That's wrong on so many levels, isn't it? Anyway.
I mean, what this is for is for clearing a head cold. Now, for some reason, the brain, the penis, and the nose are all sort of linked together, and
No, I'm sorry, the brain and the penis are not linked together.
To take it a bit further, the brain is a very complex thing. It's a very complex organ. and the same sensors in the brain are linked to the same sensors when you sneeze, and when you when you release your load. When they can run free, my children.
Nobody sneezes pichu. Who sneezes pichu?
I think you'll find people from motherland use that.
Germany?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think that's the fatherland.
Oh,
So basically, there's a link between the nose, the penis, and the brain, and it can cure the common cold.
What about, does it work for ladies as well?
No, you're gone.
pichu.
According to a new study from Iran, forget about going to the chemist when you have a blocked nose. The best treatment for nasal congestion is sex. Neurosurgeons in Tehran say a blocked nose and male ejaculation are very similar, sometimes identical if your aim is good. And it explains why men who are about to ejaculate and men who are about to sneeze have exactly the same expression.
But you never apologise for sneezing too early, though, do you?
Claire, Carl, Corinne, you had the block out.
No. I mean, on.
And the battery.
Did you say testicles?
Yeah, you did.
You're like, oh, did you say testicles?
I was going to say, if you're offering, I will. It'd be
Go
funny.
on, it'll cure your cold.
Go on.
And this.
I'm thinking, Jesus, what they are so what I want to say. I hate the way people do songs just before they sing a song and goes, it's a beautiful song, goes a little something like this. And you go, just play it exactly the way it goes. Like a virgin, touched for the very first time. Like a virgin, when your heart beats next to mine. Shoot! Oh, no. Dumped it up.
So what's it about?
The song, it's about a virgin and...
I don't know. The only story I know is there was a story, it was a 105-year-old woman was asked the secret to her long life. She said, I've never had sex. True, it was in the paper the other day.
Yeah,
105 years without sex because she thought it seemed like a lot of hassle, so she went gardening instead.
All right, I have another story, virgin-related. Do you...
Is it something about the Christians or something? No, the people who were... there was something about...
He said yes.
Yes.
To get rid of pain.
Yes.
They what, electrocuted themselves?
They hurt them in some way, and they thought if they just thought of...
Oh, so...
God or whatever.
So if you were having lusty
get rid of the
thoughts,
pain.
you just go bzzzt, and it would block out the thoughts.
Oh, no, you're talking about like a medicinal kind of hypnosis-based anaesthetic, aren't you?
It's like watching a dog build a mower.
Yes, you're on the right track. You're on the right track.
Some people were
Catholics.
religious or something, and
this
they
is
hooked
beautiful.
stuff up to them
Two special bits.
to hurt them, and they thought if they thought of
Right, so the
the
cl-
Mary or whatever, it
Yes.
wouldn't hurt
Right.
them.
I
Where
feel
does
we
the
can actually
virgin
leave the
bit
room now and just let them talk about it.
That's it.
And we'll come back.
The virgin bit kept...
Oh, thinking
Virgin
of the
Mary,
Virgin Mary.
Jesus, you know.
He has it, ladies and gentlemen. Scientists at Oxford University, have found that Christians are able to use their faith to block out pain in much the same way they normally block out science. The scientists asked the volunteers to look at two paintings, one of the Virgin Mary and another by Leonardo da Vinci. The Catholics said looking at the Blessed Virgin made them feel safe, and the atheists said looking at Leonardo's painting for 3 hours while being electrocuted reminded them of when they saw the Da Vinci Code. Time to loosen your clothing because Dirty, Sexy, Fast Money is next. Here we go, Dirty, Sexy, Fast Money. Thanks, Mum! The royal family is buying a private jet, but the Queen is worried about the seating arrangements. Why?
She has to sit next to her husband.
No.
She doesn't know where to put her dogs, her corgis.
You're right. 2 points. Thank you, Nicole. 501 drawings, pictures and messages have been beamed into space in the hope they'll reach intelligent alien life. Whose picture was chosen to represent evil?
George Bush.
You're right.
Obvious answer.
In Cambodia, a married couple who couldn't afford to pay for divorce did what?
Killed each other.
I know.
Cut each other's head off.
I like where your mind goes.
Had a curry.
Yes,
They couldn't divide their property, so they cut the house in half and took half each.
she has it. Which iconic Sydney event could soon be expanded to include rural areas?
The show.
No.
It's the show. Hang on.
No, stop.
Hang on. It's over here.
You don't
Mardi Gras.
She's got it, ladies and gentlemen. Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras and Wagga. I can't wait.
With the fastest growing elderly population in the world, Japan is holding fashion shows dedicated to what?
The elderly, you stupid fool.
Blue rinses.
Very close.
Octogenarian.
Elasticated
I've heard it.
pants.
Yeah, nappies.
Nappies. Nappies. What type of nappies?
Adult depends.
Adult depend. Thank you very much. We'll go with it. Fine, we got this. In West Virginia, a man was charged with battery of a police officer and could go to jail for doing what?
Shit,
Killing him.
Close.
shit balls.
Close.
I read this. He
Close.
threw shit at him.
So close.
Maybe he farted.
Yes. And did what?
Oh, wait a minute.
And
Wafted
wafted it over to the police box.
I'm going to give you 2 points apiece.
Thank you.
My favourite euphemism for farting. Who punched Humphrey?
Who's Humphrey?
So, in the black hole tonight, Mikey Robbins, Nicole de Silva and Stephen K Amos scored a celestial 65 points.
Wow.
Sucking Claire Hooper, Carl Barron and Corinne Grant on 61 points. Woo! Don't forget, our last show of the year is on November 24, and we will be having the 2008 GMW Awards, and we want you to vote for them. This week, religion. Go to the website, 10.com.au/GMW and cast your vote. You can also book tickets for the show and watch special stuff. God be with you, because he sure ain't with us. So we say your mother sucks socks that smell and leave you with the good news for the week ahead. South Australian Premier Mike Rann will give the State of the State address. He'll tell people churches are up, sex murders are down, and all in all, there's only 4 other states he'd rather be Premier of. And 2 territories. In Sydney, those attending the Financial Crime Forum will find the place empty and wish they hadn't paid by credit card. Canberra will play host to an enterprising women conference. Good on them for having their own conference like that.
You are so sleepy on the couch tonight.
Well done, ladies. And Network 10 will announce its full year results and discover they've programmed more episodes of The Simpsons than have actually been made. Good night.